Namaste to all. I am here to present the welcome address. तमसो माँ ज्योतिर्गमय, हे परमेश्वर, मुझे अज्ञान रूपी अंधकार से ज्ञान रूपी प्रकाश की ओर ले चलो. Honorable Srimati Hema K, Assistant Commissioner, RO Bangalore, respected Sri R. Venkateshwara Rao, Principal KVDRDO, esteemed resource persons of today's workshop, learned HMs and senior teachers, and dear participants, the teachers of this online workshop. It is my great pleasure to welcome you all for this online workshop. First and foremost, I welcome our Honorable AC Madam, who has taken up this thoughtful initiative of enriching the contractual teachers by planning such an appropriate workshop. Welcome, Madam. Next, I extend a warm welcome to our Principal Sir, under whose able guidance we are able to conduct this program. My hearty welcome to the esteemed resource persons who are going to take up different sessions, which would be valuable, resourceful, and enriching sessions. I welcome all the HMs and senior PRTs of the Vidyalayas of Bangalore region, who are the mentors of their teachers in their own school. Last but not the least, I extend my hearty welcome to all the participants of this online workshop who have joined the meet and are here eager to learn the best practices that are envisaged in NEP and KVS. Once again, welcome to all. Now, students of Kendriya Vidyalaya, DRDO, are here to present a welcome song.
आज आए हैं मेहमान हमारे, आज आए हैं मेहमान हमारे, रंग बरसाओ रे, फूल बिखराओ रे, रंग बरसाओ रे, फूल बिखराओ रे, है ये मेहमान बड़े प्यारे प्यारे, स्वागतम 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 ऐ हवाओं ऐ फिजाओं शेर स्वागत की कोई तो सरगम सानी धनी कपता कपा मगरे रे कपा 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 ऐ हवाओं ऐ फिजाओं शेर स्वागत की कोई तो सरगम अतिथियों का करे अभिनंदन, अतिथियों का करे अभिनंदन, आज आए हैं मेहमान हमारे, आज आए हैं मेहमान हमारे, रंग बरसाओ रे, फूल बिखराओ रे, रंग बरसाओ रे, फूल बिखराओ रे, है ये मेहमान बड़े प्यारे प्यारे, स्वागतम 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 स्वागतम.
Now, I request our Principal Sir, Sri R. Venkateshwara Rao, to take over and present his keynote address.
Good morning, madam. Good morning, all the teachers present here. The basic purpose of life and the basic purpose of education is to enhance one's boundaries and of perception. I don't want the children to just survive after 10 years of schooling. They must blossom and flourish wherever they go. A quote by the great spiritual guru and influencer pretty much sums up the ethos of learning at Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan. KVS believes in imparting knowledge or values and nurturing the talent, enthusiasm, and creativity of its students for seeking excellence through high quality educational endeavors. The outline of the program of the workshop is lesson planning, use of appropriate pedagogy involving experiential learning, competency-based learning. A child educated only at school is an uneducated child. Children are inquisitive by nature. Don't stop them from asking questions and exploring their creativity. Encourage them to think and stop telling them what to think. Do not confine your children to your own learning, for they were born in another time. Please remember that every child is a miracle. There is no other child like him. Please stop comparing. Remember that for a small child, there is no division between playing and learning, between the things he or she does just for fun and things that are educational. The child learns while living, and any part of living that is enjoyable is also play. I request Hema Madam to speak a few words about the main objective of this program.
The coordinator for this workshop, Principal KV DRDO, also HM, Mrs. Jayashree Raja, all the principals who are watching me, HMs, and all the teachers who are attending this workshop. This is a very important activity that we have undertaken, one of the most important activities that we have undertaken. Most important and meaningful, I should say. When we take a visit to different schools, what is observed is, as all of us know, that there are a large population of our teachers are teachers who are working on contractual basis. What happens when they are fresh out of college? There are a lot of things that they have to learn from the system. When it comes to, say, lesson planning, for example, just because obtaining a B.Ed degree, one need not be very good in lesson planning. All of us have passed through this B.Ed course and then joined various institutions, and out of our experiences we have gained a lot of things. What happens when we visit various schools? It is found that contractual teachers are not expected to do certain things. I always hear that because she is a contractual teacher or because he is a contractual teacher is not able to deliver much. And I actually do not agree with this, because my own personal experience, I myself have started my work as a contractual teacher in one of the Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalayas as PGT physics, and then it was after serving for 2 years as a contractual teacher, I became a regular teacher in Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya. So as a contractual teacher, there were so many things which I have learned and gained. And of course, we know that whatever we are now is because of the experiences that we have gained. But then we must be very open to learning from the system. There are two things. One is the system thinks that contractual teachers are able to deliver only this much. Second, on the other side, the contractual teachers do not explore the opportunities that are available for developing themselves professionally. So these two things are there. So on the part of the system, we have to demolish this idea that contractual teachers are able to deliver only this much. It is not like that. Provided you give the right kind of mentoring, guidance, these teachers can bloom and do anything, they will be capable of doing anything, any kind of work they will undertake. I am very sure about, I am very confident. But then mentoring is very much required. The division between a contractual teacher and a regular teacher is only technical, purely technical. You are hired for the job just because we have seen you that you are capable of doing the performing the same duties you are capable of serving the same way like a regular teacher. So maybe where financial aspects are involved, you may not be given certain responsibilities, but for the students, there should not be any distinction between their regular teachers and contractual teachers. Every one of you is their teacher, and they should be able to meaningfully interact with you. There is something called the teacher's autonomy, that I have an experience from yesterday. The HM madam of MEG Center has asked me that there is a teacher who actually, a regular teacher who actually wishes to join this training, this workshop, because she hadn't undergone any induction program, so she wishes to join this training and learn. And I would like to congratulate that teacher here. This workshop was intended for contractual teachers, but there are regular teachers who wish to join. I said, of course, any regular teacher can, nothing bars any regular teacher from joining this workshop if she is willing to learn. There is something called the teacher's autonomy in continuous professional development. That if a teacher feels that I need training in this particular area, I should take a training, teacher must come forward to get training in that area. This is also a vision of NEP which that teacher has demonstrated. And I congratulate the teacher, and let every teacher come forward and reflect on themselves, find out which are those areas where they require the training, and then should be willing to undertake the training, utilize every opportunity to learn. So I'm very happy there. And my request to all contractual teachers here is utilize every minute of this workshop. We have a very good resource of HMs here in Bangalore region. So this is the one opportunity where they can directly interact with you and you can gain a lot from them. So utilize every minute of it. What I wish from this training session is that the outcome of this training session must be visible in every school while we visit, and it must be experienced by every child in your classroom. There are a few topics which have been taken which are very essential actually, which are the very basic things. Like NEP again says about inclusion and equity. Inclusion and equity is where we provide some extra care, some extra support to those children who actually deserves it. Our duty is to see the differences among the students, see the diversity of the children in our classrooms and cater to each and everybody's need. That is what. So what extra thing that you do for a special child must be seen. So the kind of apathy teachers are showing is again shocking for me, and that should not happen. I request, this is a special request to all the resource persons, that the aspect of inclusion should be incorporated in whichever topic that you are taking today. And my request to all the HMs is that certain things like this will be taken very seriously. You are mentors, you are all very creative, but with your creativity, what you are doing is what I should see. All of you have very good experience, all of you have great knowledge, great talent with all of you. Please act as mentors. Apart from all the clerical work we do, that clerical work we do, what I say is you maintain a lot of registers. And then your service should not be limited to maintenance of registers. You have this greater duty of mentoring the teachers, whether it is regular or contractual. Next time during my interactions with the teachers or principals, I don't want to hear that because she or he is a contractual teacher is not able to deliver. You, if you are saying like that, you are failing in your duties. If they are not able to deliver, then coach them, mentor them, go to their classes, give them more suggestions, give them more examples, provide more models so that they learn, they develop themselves professionally. Because these contractual teachers, they may exist here for 1 year, they may also continue for the next year, but whatever they are teachers of this country. Wherever they go, they have to deliver. So they need to enrich themselves. They are the teachers who are going to address millions of, a large number of students, maybe thousands of students they will see in their lifetime. They are going to be benefited. The children of this country are going to be benefited. Whether they continue in KVS or not is not what we must be thinking. We must be thinking in a more broader sense that we must be empowering each and every teacher sitting here. we must be mentoring them, and wherever they are going to continue their service, they should be able to, they should be very brilliant teachers who actually positively affect the lives of the children they are interacting with. So that supreme kind of duty, we, the leaders, that HMs or HM in charges or senior most PRTs in various schools must undertake this work. Even maintenance of records, you can divide work and you do it. It can be done, but this duty only you can do. This thing, mentoring, can be done by only you. That must be done. Next time when we come for visit to various schools, we should not see any distinction in the work services of a regular teacher or a contractual teacher, and that must be ensured. Another thing I want from this training session is that we wish to develop training material out of it, that this whatever we are doing today, like madam is handling how to prepare lesson plan, I want madam also to prepare training material on this. So whatever is going happening in that session has to come out as a material for teachers who wish to train others. This should act as a material. Training material must be prepared in much like a lesson plan. It should be much like a lesson plan, where what are the objectives of the session, what are the materials required, what are the activities planned during the session, what are the pre-session activities teachers must be doing. In this kind of a workshop which was planned, organized very in short notice, this pre-session activities would not have been possible, but it should be next time onwards when we organize anything like this, we should have pre-session activities, and we will definitely have post-session activity, which is most important, that every teacher who is participating in this will say, if it is preparation of lesson plan, they will prepare a sample lesson plan incorporating all the elements, and then some of the HMs are going to vet the work of these teachers, and then we are going to publish it as a book. So this training material that we are preparing will be a resource material for us in our future course of action. We will be undertaking the same training as more and more teachers join us. We will may conduct this in physical mode. For contractual teachers, moving them is very difficult. But when regular teachers join, this kind of training will be conducted for them probably in physical mode. So whoever is the resource person, this should act as a guide. The training material that you are preparing now in these topics will act as the guide. So pre-session activities, post-session activities, the activities during the session, and what is expected after, as they continue to serve in the institutions, what is expected out of them. All these things must be incorporated in the training material. It is, I hope, the 4 resource persons who are handling the sessions will prepare the training material in that particular session, and then we will publish it as a book properly. I will be interacting with you personally. So these are the immediate tasks which I am giving to the HMs. Also, one thing where improvement is required is correction work. Correction is not happening meaningfully. Correction is only tick mark and signature, sometimes even without date. So that should not be. What is expected out of correction in the primary primary classes? I think Sushmita madam is not involved in this. Is madam here? Sushmita ma'am? If she is there, if she is watching me from anywhere, that task I am allotting to you, a training material on how to undertake correction work effectively. This I am giving to Sushmita madam. Nutan madam is listening to me, so she will pass this information, and we will be able to do more in this. Anyway, I am not creating delay in the meaningful sessions. I hope all the resource persons, very capable resource persons, they will go to the implementation level and see that what is desired out of this session will be actually materialized. So therefore, let me wish all the very best to all the teachers who have joined this session, and to all the HMs who are acting as resource persons here. Wish you all, and thank you for listening to me.
Thank you, madam, for giving a elaborate expectations of the workshop. Now I request Chemmalar madam to take over the workshop.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, I'll join through another device also so that I can, I can interact. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
You are not audible, ma'am.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Namaste, ma'am. Namaste, sir. And namaste to all the participants. It's nice to meet so many teachers from different places in this place, and it's nice to be back online. Okay, so the thing given to me today is a demo lesson in English. Okay, and then how that lesson plan can be written. So what I have done is I've taken that lesson which I am going to demonstrate now, and I have made a lesson plan for that. I made a very basic lesson plan because I don't want to tell you so many things in just 10 minutes. So let us see how better we can make it when you use it. I'll be giving you some tips also, so nothing to worry. So let us begin the demo lesson. Okay, so this demo lesson is in English, but it can be done in Hindi. It can be done in any other for any other language, for any other class, and according to the level of the students, you may modify and all those things. This is a very basic thing. Based on this, it's like a basic cake recipe. Then you can add plums, you can add nuts, you can add so many other things, fruits and all, and make different flavors. Similarly, I'm just going to give you a very basic idea of how a lesson can be dealt. Okay, so I think I'll, yeah. Right, so I'll share my screen and I'm going to the lesson. Yeah. My lesson is visible. Is my lesson visible? No, not yet. Okay. Yeah. So, right. Okay. I'll increase the speed also. Okay. Okay. So, I want you to just get involved in the lesson. When you are watching or when you are thinking, sitting there and thinking critically about how this lesson is being taken ahead, you think of what body language should be used, or what type of tone must be used, and how the tone has taken various variations through the lesson. I want you to note those things, because as an English teacher, you have to, not only English teacher, as a language teacher, we have to bring in a lot of drama in our tone. That is very essential for teaching languages. That is, ड्रामा का मतलब है हाव भाव, उसके साथ बात करना और बॉडी लैंग्वेज यूज करना, क्योंकि लैंग्वेजेस पढ़ाने के लिए कम हमें, हमारे पास जो TLM है वो ज्यादा से ज्यादा रीड कार्ड्स हो सकते हैं, वर्ड कार्ड्स हो सकते हैं, फ्लैश कार्ड्स हो सकते हैं, उतने में ही सीमित है, बुक्स हो सकते हैं. पर जैसे इंग्लिश एंड मैथ्स एंड EVS के लिए यू हैव लॉट ऑफ मटेरियल्स, यू कैन यूज अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स फॉर लर्निंग. बट इन language class, the main teaching aid is the teacher. Okay, and her body language, her expressions, how she looks at the children, how she speaks, how she pronounces certain words, and how she uses her tone. Okay, so let's begin. All right. Okay. So the first slide, yeah. So this is a story. Okay, you have to listen to the story very carefully. Let's see where we are heading towards. Okay. Now I won't teach anything in the middle. I'm only going to narrate a story. All that which could have gone along with the story, I will tell you in the end. And this, if it had been an offline class, I would have used puppets. But since it's an online class, I'm using this PowerPoint with some graphics. Okay. Yeah. Okay, children. Now today we are going to listen to a story, a very simple story. Okay, you are in class 3. So let's listen to a story. Once upon a time, there was a forest, a big forest with many trees. Can you see the trees? Yes. So many trees, and the trees were tall. The jungle was big, thick. Thick means many trees were there. And the leaves were green. Some leaves were small. Some were long. All right, so this was the forest. In the forest, there lived many animals. Okay, there lived many animals. Can you hear the voice of this animal? Is this voice heard? I just want to check. Is the sound heard? This animal sound, is it heard? One of you, can you please tell me?
No, ma'am. No.
No? Okay. Now?
Yeah. Yes.
Chemmalar madam, you are on mute. Chemmalar madam, you are on mute.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Now is it heard, ma'am?
Yes, madam.
Yes, okay, right. Thank you. So now I told you about the jungle now. So let's see who lived in the jungle. There were monkeys. Can you see the monkey? There were monkeys and the monkeys were chattering. You know, the monkeys were chattering. And how were they chattering? Let's hear to the sound of the monkeys chattering. Okay, I'll play you the sound. You just hear. That's how they were chattering, jumping from one tree to the another. And look at those branches, very thin branches. Okay, and there were bears also. Bhalu, bala, yeah, that's wala bhalu. Okay, there were balus, that is bears, very lazy. These bears are very lazy, you know, and they just like to chill, like how you all like to do on a Saturday or a Sunday, like this, that. These bears were happily swimming, lazing on the cold water. The water was chill and cold, and they were relaxing, and they were also making some sound. See how they are jumping into the water? Splash, splash, chill, cold water, like how you feel, no, when it is the winter season. And also there were some leopards. See the spots, yellow and brown spots the leopard is having, and you can see a long tail. The leopard has got a long tail, and there were yellow and brown spots on the leopard, and the leopard was sitting on a tree trunk and watching. And you know what sound it made? Let's see what sound it made. Oh my God. Oh my God. One more time? You want to hear the sound? One more time? Wait, I'll play it for you. One more time. Roaring. It was roaring. Yes, so the monkeys were happily jumping, the bears were sleeping, swimming, and the the leopards were sitting on tree branches and roaring. Okay. Then there were some more animals, our favorite. You look at them. Okay, so these were the elephants. Happily, they were jolly elephants. They were all happy. They were jolly. You can see how they're smiling, like how you are smiling looking at my lesson now. Like that, they were also happy and jolly, roaming in the forest. Then what happened? You want to listen to the sound one more time? One more time, you want to enjoy the music? Yes. See how happy they are? Happy, jolly. Right. Then what happened? Let's see what happened. At that point of time, there came a peacock. See, there came a peacock in the forest. And this peacock looked at the elephant and said, "Hey, elephant, stop." And the elephant stopped. And the peacock is telling,
look at this. Do you know how you look? You're very happy. What happiness you have got. Look at yourself. You are so big. Your eyes are so small, but your ears are so big. You have a long trunk, but a small, short tail. Okay, so what did the peacock say? The peacock said, hey elephant, you look so big. You have big ears, but small eyes. You have a long trunk, but a short tail. How ugly you look. The peacock said to the elephant. But look at my body. I am so beautiful. The peacock is telling, I am so beautiful. Look at my feathers. My feathers are so colorful. You know, I am the national bird. I'm so beautiful. I'm so pretty. I'm so colorful. Look at so many colors in my body. The peacock said this. Okay. And then it raised its voice and also showed its beautiful feathers. Right. Then the elephant was upset. The elephant said, oh my dear peacock, I know I don't look beautiful. I don't look pretty. Maybe I'm ugly. But you know, I am very useful. I am a useful animal. I am a useful animal. And I carry heavy loads on my body. Do you know this? You may be beautiful, you may be the national bird, but then you do not have any, you do not help anybody. The elephant said this. The peacock was not happy. And it was about to say something. At the time, a hunter came and he gave a loud sound with his gun. Loud sound. Can you see? Loud sound. And then he went away. All right. And then the elephant said, bye-bye, peacock, go and think what I told. And then they both went away. Okay, so this was the small story. Okay, it was a made-up story. Now, we will go to the next part of the lesson a little later. What I will do is, after this lesson, what we can do is, we will ask the children. Okay, or I'll ask you rather, I'll stop presenting. I'll ask you, tell me a few things about the story. Specifically, I'll ask, how was the forest? Just tell me in one word, how was the forest? You can type, how was the forest? Okay, quickly you get started. How was the forest? You type, because if each one of you open the mic, no, it will be a cacophony. So you can type quickly, those who can. Okay, how was the forest? Thick. Yes, big, very good. Thick, big, thick and green. How are the leaves? Green, long, small. Okay. How was the bear? What did it tell about the bear? How was the bear? How was the bear? Lazy. Very nice. Right. Next question. What color spots did the leopard have? What were the color of the spots on the leopard's body? Yellow, brown. Right. Okay. Yellow and black. Okay. Then next question. How was the, what did the peacock, how was the water? I told something about the water in the jungle. How was the water? Okay, long tail, yeah. Cold, chill, right, very good. Now next question. How did the peacock describe, or sorry, what did the peacock tell about the elephant? The peacock said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things. What type of tail you have? What did it say? Ugly, tail, short. Trunk, long. Okay, right. Eyes, small. Body, big. Right. Okay, fine. Then what did the peacock tell about itself? अपने बारे में peacock ने क्या बोला? अपने बारे में. Beautiful, very nice. National bird, okay. Pretty, colorful, wonderful, very nice, wonderful. Okay, then what did the elephant tell about itself? अपने बारे में elephant ने क्या बोला? I am big, okay. I am useful, yes. And then what do I carry? What loads? Strong, heavy load. Yeah, very good, heavy load. Then what did, then the hunter came and he shot gave a shot. How was the sound? How was the sound? Loud, yeah. So now you would have come to some sort of understanding that what my lesson was about. It was about. Can anybody tell me? You're all adults. You all know it actually. So you all must be. You all must have guessed what it is about. It's about anybody adjectives. Yeah, describing words. So what basically I did in the class was on the board. I can still use the board. I can, I will tell you how to use it also so that you can use it. You can open a Jamboard and then I'll tell you what to do. 1 second, please give me a moment. Yeah, Jamboard is open. I'll present my screen once. Okay. I'll present my screen. Yeah. Okay. So you can see the Jamboard. So what you can do is, you can take what you can do on the board is, suppose this is the board, you can draw 4 lines on the board, okay, and what you can do is like this, and you can write about, like I asked, how was the forest, okay, how were the animals, okay. This way you can make a column, you can make some columns, and then I'll take a little slightly smaller, and then you write about the forest. They said it was thick, it was dense, it was big. You can write all those things here. About the animals, you can say big, small eyes, short eyes, lazy. Such things you can list out on the board. Okay, and then what you can do is ask them what these things were. What did they do? What were these birds? Okay, you can tell them, how was the tail? Short. How were the trees? Tall. How was the animal? Lazy. So since they already know that these are naming words, they will understand that the words which come before the naming word and talk about the naming word. Acha, noun ke bare mein, how? How is the bird? Beautiful. How is the tea? Hot. How is the animal? Big. How is the bird? Beautiful. When you ask how to the naming word, you get the answer, which is an adjective. Okay, this way you can develop the lesson. And also in between, because all our classes, all the subjects, all the transactions should be interrelated, interwoven with each subject, you should tell that these leopard spots are so unique, like our fingerprint. You can ask them, have you seen people putting fingerprint for in the some offices, etc. They will say yes. So you can tell them that they will tell many other stories also. So you can tell them that how this fingerprint is unique. My fingerprint and your fingerprint are not the same. Nobody's fingerprint is the same in this entire world. Like that, no leopard spot matches another leopard spot. Similarly, zebra stripes also. Each zebra stripe is unique. सिर्फ उस zebra का stripe उसका है. दूसरे zebra के पास same pattern का stripe नहीं मिलता है. So a little bit of pattern maths comes into it. Now I told a little bit about EVS also in this. So you can, this way unknowingly you're telling them so many other things about about EVS in maths, etc. And then you're also telling national animal. So then you can tell which is the national fruit, which is the national flower, a little bit of extra knowledge you're giving them. Then you're talking about the voice of animals. Separately, you would have taught them. But then this recapitulation, the lions on these cats, wild cats roar. Okay, monkeys chatter, bears growl, such type of things. We can incorporate in all this in this lesson. Okay, after they are thorough with all these things, what we have told about the lesson and about the story, then you can go to the next part as an additional activity. What you can do is, I can just give you some additional activity. I'll show you. You can show them some pictures, and I told using the word how is the keyword. Using how, keyword is how. So you should say how. How is the tea? Hot. Brown. They may say tasty. They may say tasty. Okay. How is this animal? Angry. Then next one. How? How is the sky? dark or cloudy or gray, black. Okay. Then how is this sky? It's bright. They may say bright. See, this way what happens is unknowingly we are getting the children to tell many words which they already know. Learning is nothing but it is already there. You have to bring it out. Don't think they don't know. They know. But we have to take it out from them. Every child has a language device inside because he learns his mother tongue when he is young. So all the languages have a common pattern. So that pattern is there in the child already. It is called the language LAD, language acquisition device. उनके पास है, already है. तो हमें उसे tap करना है बस. Okay. And how is the sky? They say bright or they say blue. And how are the meadow? It's green, it's clean, it is fresh. So many words will come. As they say, you must write it on the board. And when you write, you must spell F-R-E-S-H, fresh. That sound should come. I told no, some drama has to happen. Fresh. Okay, because this S and H, when they join together, they give the sound sha in Hindi. S and H को अगर आप join करोगे, तो उसका sound है sha का sound. Similarly, P and H को when you join, the sound will be fa. Phone, telephone, graph, P and H together will produce one sound. So this has to be very implicitly you have to tell them graph, like that, fresh. And when you write on the board, you tell them F goes up, comes down, and then you join with it R, then E, S, H. What we do, most of us, we just go F, fresh, that handwriting also is not good. The children are not able to understand what you have written. Write it. As teachers, first we have to master our own handwriting. Our lesson plan is our reflection. When we see the lesson plan, it talks about us. It says what we are. Okay, it talks about our interest, about our devotion, and all those things. So when we write on the board also, neatly use different color chalk pieces for different words. Okay, these are tips which I am giving alongside. Okay, so how? So again, next, this is another activity. I'm giving you different activities. You can pick anything or you can make your own activity based on this. One picture, many words. Then they will tell, look at the picture, tell. They'll say tall trees, short trees, green leaves, yellow flowers, pink flowers, blue flowers, green, clean, neat, fresh. You can also type because no, if I, in the class, I would generally ask, but now because there will be a lot of noise, so I am not asking you, but then so many things come into the mind when we look at this picture, isn't it? Okay, this is one activity. So 2 activities over. Next, one more activity can be memory game. Like how memory game? You tell from the first row, you can start, ask the first child to tell us a word. Now that they have learned so many adjectives, you tell me one adjective. Then this lesson, my dear friends, it will take some at least 3 or 4 periods. Don't think you can contain it in 1 40-minute period. No. First day only story, and you are eliciting the answers and telling them what the concept is about. Next day, you tell them what were the words which were discussed through the story. So they will start telling the words. It's like that. And next, you can do another activity which I showed like this. Third day, you tell, now you have learned so many adjectives. Come on, let us list it. You ask the first child to tell one. I will go to the screen. Okay, I will do that now. Each one, we'll take some 4 or 5 schools. One school can tell one adjective. Okay, the next school will tell that adjective which was told by the school and their own. Okay, this way we will build adjectives and memory game also will be played. So let us start with Air Force Sri Lanka. Air Force Sri Lanka, just one adjective. Anyone, quickly.
Tall.
One. Yes. Okay, Ambari Nanju, madam. Yes, Ambari Nanju.
Tall.
Madam?
Tall. Big.
Tall. Okay, Ambari Nanjum school has told tall. Now KV DRDO. Tell one more adjective along with tall. Tall. Next one.
Tall, green, thick.
Tall, thick. Okay, Kodagu. Next, tall, thick. Add the third one.
You're asking something.
We are unable to understand.
Okay,
Ma'am,
Mysore.
kindly, one question please. We are unable to hear you.
Okay, no problem. I'll come back to you. Mysore. Tall, thick.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Tall, thick, beautiful. Okay. Sadalga. One more. Tall, thick, beautiful. You should say like that. You should say like this. Tall, thick, beautiful. One more. One more. Sadalga. No, okay. As for Sri Lanka, are you ready? Or any other school? Yellow. Okay. Yellow. Right. So this, no, I don't want you to say yellow. I want you to say tall, thick, beautiful, yellow. Davangare. Now do that. Davangare, tell me.
Tall, thick, beautiful, yellow, big.
No writing. So in the class, what she should do is tell the children not to write, because memory is dying. None of us remember phone numbers. Children so out of question. Okay, so this way it will go and act upon their, this system, and it will activate it. Right? That's what they say. Memory ke liye repetition is important. Okay. So what this way, 50 children in the class, 50 adjectives. Each adjective has been repeated 50 times. Okay. So at the end of the class, children have learned 50 adjectives just like that, without any effort. But you should ensure it will break. The link will break. Children can't remember 50 words, but then you help them. Maybe you can note down and give, you can prompt and help them. Okay, so this is one activity which you can do. And one more tip you can give them is all colors are adjectives. Yellow, green, blue, red, black, these are all adjectives. You can give them this one thing. And one more thing I noticed, maybe because that was a type, it should be an error while you're typing, but most of the children make this mistake of writing the spelling of beautiful, wonderful, etc. as BEAUTIFULL. This is wrong. This is a basic mistake which many children do. Many. Even some adults also make this mistake. And children tend to make this mistake of writing the spelling of full as, beautiful as FULL. You tell them in the entire English language, they can check any dictionary that the words ending with full has only one L. Only full is full. My bag is full. Iska spelling hai FULL. That's all. No other word ends with FULL. Only the word full. Bag is full. That ends with FULL. Beautiful, wonderful, colorful. All this will have only one L. So this and all, I didn't plan. But why I'm telling you is, when in the event of teaching, when you come across mistakes like this by the children, you should immediately take it up and correct it. And not once, you have to keep repeating and helping them to remember that this is the mistake which I'm trying to help you correcting. Okay, so this is one game. And another game is memory mapping. Memory game. This memory game is over now. Next is mapping game. You can give them a flower. Okay, anything, a flower or an animal or a thing which they like, anything like this. Okay, and tell them write as many adjectives as you can using this. This can be one more activity. Next activity can be, for one adjective thing itself, I'm giving you so many ideas. You give them A to Z. A, B, C, D, Z tak likh dijiye. Now you tell them with A, you write an adjective. With B, you write an adjective. Always you would tell it bilingually. विशेषण एक A से एक विशेषण लिखो, B से एक विशेषण लिखो, C से एक विशेषण लिखो. If there's A for A angry, B beautiful, C cute, C cold, C chill. So many will tell so many things. You tell them you write one or two. See, again, don't tell them to write everything. There is one more thing you have to correct. So if they write too many things, you will put a tick and who are endorsing what they have written without checking the spellings or whether they have written it correctly. C may, the child might have written for C children and you would have put a tick because so much has come, you are not able to correct. So you should have very smart way of doing things you have to do. You tell them one or two, and if you have told them one or two, ensure that you have corrected all the words. Otherwise, if you have put a tick blindly because you have so much has been written, then you are endorsing their mistake and it cannot be undone. Okay, so this we have to remember. Okay, so these are the few activities which can be done along with the after the lesson. And again, I'm telling you, don't think you can teach grammar aspect in one day or one period. It should take 3 or 4 days, and not one activity will just one activity is not going to stimulate their learning. Okay, you have to give many different types of activities because there are different types of children. Some are visual learners, so you put a drawing and you ask them to write adjectives. Some are interested in artwork, you show them pictures and ask them to write. You can even make your own adjective song and teach them, because there are musical intelligence wale children, multiple intelligence, 8 intelligences are there, and we have to use all the 8 intelligences to teach, because children sitting here in our class, don't think all the children are happy with learning languages. No, all the children, only 20 may be interested in learning languages, the other 20 interested in maths, 10 interested in science, but you have to take all the 50 along. ये नहीं बोल सकते कि उनको मैथ्स में इंटरेस्ट है मैडम, मैं उनको हिंदी नहीं सिखा सकता हूँ, मैथ्स नहीं, इंग्लिश नहीं सिखा सकता, नहीं, उनको भी लेकर आना आपके साथ. तो उनके लिए क्या चाहिए वो थोड़ा से एक पीरियड में इसी कॉन्सेप्ट को लेकर उनके लिए भी कुछ एक्टिविटी करना है. You have to cater to. I'm not telling that do for everybody everything. One period you do this. Next lesson you do something to help the other type of musical learners. Take them outside. Sometimes some are naturalistic intelligence hota hai. You take them outside. Use the nature to teach them. Okay, same lesson I'm not telling teach in 10 different ways. At least 3 different ways. Okay, we can do it. This taking outside and teaching is not happening. Everybody is confining to the 4 walls. Children should be let out and learn. There is no, actually inside the class only there is danger. They may fall down, they may get hurt, etc. Outside you go, nothing will happen. They'll enjoy. Okay, and so next one what I'll do is I'll show you my lesson plan, what I had planned. Actually, I thought I'll show it first. Okay, now see, whenever we write a lesson plan, we have to remember 3 or 4 things. I will tell you, that is A, B, C, D. Okay, these are the 4 things when you write the target learning outcomes. A is audience. Now our audience is children. Now my audience is my friends, my teachers. Okay. B is behavior. I'll tell you what behavior is. C means condition and D means the what do you call degree. Okay. A is audience, B is behavior, C is condition, D is degree. I'll just give one learning outcome and you will understand this ABCD. Children will be able to listen to the story and list out 5 adjectives. Okay, children will be, actually it is not even will be, it seems, now it is changed, children should. Okay, children will be able to listen to the story and list 5 objectives. Okay, so audience is children, behavior is listing, listening and listing. Condition is after listening to the story is the condition. Degree 5 adjectives. Clear? Children will be able to listen to the story and list 5 adjectives. Audience is children. Behavior is listening and listing. Condition, what is the condition? After listening to the story. Degree 5 adjectives, 10 sentences, 10 questions, anything. Okay, so this is only the specific these are the specific things which you have to mention. Now this is a sample lesson plan. This is the lesson plan page which has been supplied to all of us. The first portion is gist of the lesson, focused skills and competencies. So the first portion is gist of the lesson. So there are 2 things in this. Gist of the lesson. If suppose you are taking a reader lesson, you have to write the summary of the lesson. Now my topic was describing words. So I have written the gist. Words which describe naming words are called describing words. That is a gist. It is a lesson, you have to write the summary. Next is what are the skills and competencies that you have to list out. Okay. And the next portion is, since there is no place in the lesson plan, but still we have to write. So what I have done is, I have listed here itself the other areas which should have been there, but it is not there. Art integrated learning, games integrated learning, interwoven, that we will see later. First, we will see the targeted learning outcomes. Okay, the targeted learning outcomes, first one is listening, LSRW. And in English, don't think listening is one activity separately, speaking is another activity, reading is another activity, writing is another activity. Now as audience and as the class is going on, you are listening also, you're speaking and giving me the answer also, you're writing also, you're reading also. So all these go together, they cannot be isolated. Okay, so in languages, LSRW is one package. Okay, so listening will be able to listen to a simple narration and answer 5 questions asked at the end of the story, ABCD. Okay, so this is the listening, what I wish to achieve. For this, what I am doing, teacher narrates a story using animated images, puppets if it is offline. Students listen to the story attentively. See, when we have to make chapati, we have to have atta, we have to have water, whatever. What is our aim? To make five soft chapatis, make 5 soft chapatis after watching the recipe and giving it to my family. A, B, C, D. Okay. तो उसके लिए क्या क्या करना है? This all. And the end product will be your chapati. So we have to keep this end product in mind and start from here. Okay. So for that, you have to write the TLO, and to achieve this TLO, which activity has to be done? What we find in many lesson plans is that it's just listed one side, activity on one side. Which activity or which outcome? That is not clear. That is why I'm insisting that you draw a line like this. Okay, this line. This is the learning outcome I wish to acquire. For acquiring this is the activity I wish to perform, or this is the activity I wish to do. And your TLMs also you can list here. In my case, because I've written here puppets, if you want, you can write here TLM separately for this activity. What is the TLM you want to use, or what is the teaching aid you want to use? Okay, okay. Then next one is, I'll clear this. The next one will be, my lesson is speaking. We'll be able to describe to all the nouns which appear in the story using a describing word. For achieving this, what I should do, what am I going to do? Teacher poses how questions to the students. How was the elephant's ear? How were the leaves? Students describe the naming words in one word: tall, green. They understand that words which describe naming words are called describing words, which are also called adjectives. Then the next in speaking is, we'll be able to observe and describe the pictures shown and write them. I told after that second day you can do another activity. That also I have listed here. Students look at the pictures and describe the pictures. Okay, so these two should have interlinking. Okay, and the last one here is assessment. This was your objective. This is what you did to achieve the objective. Now you're testing whether it has been achieved or not. How are you testing? Through oral questions. It need not be written alone. But then when you're doing oral question, if you're writing oral question and if you think that nobody is going to check whether I have done it oral questions or not, again, that's the conscience which comes to your mind. Okay, that I'm doing it for the children. Like madam said, teachers, only technically we are having some different names, but a teacher is a teacher forever. You go to another school, you still are a teacher. You come to this school, you are a teacher. That conscience should be there. You should be able to ask at least every day. You cannot ask all the 58 children. I do agree. Ask 10 children today. Next class, you ask the rest 10. Ensure inclusive. Inclusiveness is very important. You have to make every child speak at least once in a week. There was a sorrow when a child reached 12th standard, and I believe he told the principal who was inspecting, or AC, somebody who was inspecting the class, because that person happened to call his name, or he just told, you stand up and tell, when he went to observe his class during an inspection. The child told the answer or something, and he told, it seems to that, sir, मैं स्कूल में जिंदगी में पहली बार मैंने क्लास में आज बोला है, टीचर ने मुझे पूछा है या मैंने बोला है, in a 12th standard. So that person, I don't remember whether it was AC sir or one principal sir, he told us in the meeting, in the inspection meeting, this child, particular child in this class, 12 years, he has never spoken a word during the classroom transaction, and this is sad. Every child should speak. Every day, every child cannot speak, but ensure that every child speaks. Maybe in that week, at least the child has got a chance, once in English, once in math class, once in EVS class, once in Hindi class. Every child is important. गलत भी बोले बोलने दो, लेकिन बोलना है. The child who is not noticed is the child whom you should notice. The children come to school, happy children come to school to learn, because they are very happy. They are coming to learn, but those who are having problems at home, they come to the school only to create problems and to draw your attention. And how do they draw your attention? By doing all unwanted things. Actually, they all have problems at home. You have to call. We do not have the patience, but then we have to. But if there's a continuous thing about the child, then maybe you can speak to the parent. But otherwise, listen to the children. हाँ बेटा, हाँ, ठीक है बेटा, ऐसे बोल दो. At least, अच्छा मैडम ने मेरा सुन लिया. उतना हो जाएगा. उसको सबके साथ बात करने के लिए टाइम कभी-कभी नहीं मिलता है, but then you can do it. And here I have written ECL2 5.4. I don't want to elaborate on it, because I want you to learn only the basic things. But then those who are interested, for them I'm telling, what is this ECL2 5.4? That is our Nipun Bharat mein, it is given here. Now I said it is for class 3, na? So it should have been 6. I'm sorry, it should have been 6. I typed it as 5. I'll make it as 6. Okay. So for class 3, in Nipun Bharat, lot of competencies are given. You see which one will match your lesson, and if you want, you can use these words also to write your lesson plan. This is a tip I'm giving, because all our teachers know, but you may not know. Nipun Bharat करके एक document है, आप जाके type करोगे, Google में मिलेगा आपको. उसको download कीजिए. Page 277 में आपको English के लिए मिलेगा, और उससे आगे के पेज में हिंदी के लिए मिलेगा. ठीक है, 274 जो है, 273 जो है हिंदी के लिए, एंड आगे में इंग्लिश के लिए मिलेगा. यहाँ से आप अपना ये निकाल सकते हो लर्निंग आउटकम लिखने के लिए. 4 है क्लास 1, 5 है क्लास 2, एंड 6 है क्लास 3. Okay, this is one resource which I am showing it to you, and please use it. Okay, so that is what I mentioned here. And yeah, so this similarly, writing will be able to list out any 5 describing words at the end of the class. For this, what the teacher is doing to achieve this, teacher writes down the describing words told by the students on the blackboard in alphabetical order. Students pick out any 5 words out of their choice and draw a picture to support the describing word and write them. Okay, and how are you going to test? Draw pictures to depict the describing word. Maybe you can draw simple pictures, simple words you can write, and ask them to draw a picture which matches that word. Hot. Then they will draw a cup with steam coming out. Okay, so this is art integrated. Then here, I'll come back here. Art integrated learning ke liye maine bola hai. Listen to the instruction and drop just. Tell the children, all of you open the notebook. I'm going to give you listening test. Tell them. They'll all be ready to write words. There is a twist. You tell them, draw a big ball. Oh, I have to draw a ball, and the ball has to be big. Listening. Okay. Draw a long pencil. Oh, pencil banana hai, usko long bhi banana hai. So this is one type of listening test you can give. What is happening? Art is integrated. Then games integrated. Just now we played memory game. Again, games means not outside. Teaching means not always inside. Games means not always outside. We can have games inside the class also, language games. Then interwoven with Hindi, maths and EVS. I already told you how you can integrate with maths and EVS. Okay, and of course, this is the signature of the teacher, etc. This is how the lesson plan looks. Okay, so I have given, I'll stop sharing. So I've given you a lot of tips through my demonstration lesson, and I also showed you a simple lesson plan. You can use this, and I also told you from where to take the objectives, etc. And there are many. There is the teacher manual is available with all the schools, which we had made 6 years back, with each lessons teaching or learning objectives, what ideas, what assessments can be done, what activities can be done. It is there. It is being made by the HMs and the teachers of our region. It's quite useful. So you can use that also to get help. Okay, so time given to me was 10:30 and I've completed my session. I wish you have learned, got some insight and noted down the points so that you can use them. If you're able to use at least a little in your classes, I'll be very happy. Thank you, Jayashree ma'am. Thank you, sir. Thank you, AC ma'am, for this opportunity.
Thank you very much, Chemmalar madam, for giving such a beautiful demo lesson, which had all the aspects of lesson plan as well as activities which are very much required in this present day, because children learn very fast and they would be really interested when they watch all this, that is puppets, videos, and your way of testing them. The listening test was so very innovative, because we would give spelling, or we may ask them to answer a question. But this way of testing listening is really innovative, and I hope all the participants will take a cue from whatever tips Chemmalar madam has given. Thank you very much, madam, and hope the teachers are noting down all the points that are being told, and also please note down how the lesson plan has to be written, particularly for a language, and how art integration also should go along with that. All these points to be taken down by all the teachers. Once again, I thank Chemmalar madam. Now, we have a short break of 15 minutes. Now the time is